Oh, that trucker was good.
Almost a hard physics lesson. Oh, no!
Nice. That car was definitely not where it should have been.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's about to get asshole.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh! Out of nowhere.
Reefer. Yeah, get it, bud. Fucking get it. Yes.
Don't launch you the straight, pussy.
Do a sick cunt, you burn out.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 230 of the Camcast.
Holy shit, we've been doing 230?
Yes, we have. We've done quite a few of these things.
Man.
Yep. Podcast that's it's got some stories and some stuff.
We'd have stories.
All for you.
It's true.
Yep. I am Mike, dear leader, doc taste, leader of men, herder of cats, maker of chicken, wearer of shorts, even though it's the first day of fall. Because why the fuck not? I'm fat. I can get away with it.
It's okay.
Yep. Anyway, I'm joined to my right, as always, by the one, the only, your mine, our Uncle Radical, the professor of the ghetto arts, tenured but not licensed.
You right.
Yep. We're not even going to try to say you're legal to be a professor anywhere anymore. We're just done with that.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. The cease and desist letters were scary.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Didn't like them.
I'm sure.
Anyway, somebody calls him Daddy, but we call him Scoots. It's Dave Raleigh. Excellent work. Sitting down there at the end of the table, big shit-eating grin on his face. You big goofy bastard.
Hi.
There we go. It's like one of those big, dumb, sweet dogs that just doesn't know its size. Yep. Here we go. It is the chairman of the boards, Colonel Eddie Dean himself, Zach Lords. Okay, that's a whole lot of build-up for... That took a minute to get there. Okay.
And everyone turned off already.
We only get 30 seconds before we get sued.
Hey, that was only 3 seconds.
Anyway, go ahead and if you're enjoying our cheeky shenanigans, go ahead and follow us on all of the social medias. We are at Cam Automag on a lot of them.
What?
What? This?
Yes.
The 2020 Karma Rivero GT.
I just remember that Geely bought them.
That means
Was it Geely?
I don't know.
Someone bought them.
Somebody bought them. Anyway, subscribe to this podcast wherever you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play. Like, rate, review, subscribe. I'm going to go ahead and tell you the most important thing you can do if you want to keep this thing rolling. It's go ahead and support us on Patreon. Patreon.com/CamAutomag.
That's it. You can subscribe at any dollar level from 1 to 15 grand. But, the best bang for buck is $5 a month.
Yes, that is the best way to do it.
That gets you access to the Cam Shenanigans super secret Facebook page. That's where we do a lot of our shit posting. That's where we do a lot of things.
Yeah.
We ask you questions. We give you early release content. We give you exclusive content.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to see this thing become a visual medium, wonderful. Go ahead and get us to that $200 monthly subscription mark. We are but a mere...
Are you playing with a fart app over there?
No, it's my chair.
That's your chair?
Man.
Ready?
Mother of God.
Oh, Zach.
I can't do it.
Yep. Man.
Was it worth literally ripping the microphone off of the table?
No. I thought it was more agile than that.
God, I mean, we all knew you weren't. If you thought you had the agility, we know you don't.
Yeah. Man.
Once every month.
I mean, I feel like it's once every week.
Yeah, that's really... Dave's a little bit closer than you are. So, yeah, patreon.com/CamAutomag if any of this is catching your fancy.
Yep.
Oh, man. All right, Zach, we have time for your stories. I know you're not.
We know you're not ready.
Because I'm just hoping maybe putting some fire underneath you maybe get you going. But I
Back,
don't know.
bitches. You missed me.
It's impossible to miss you, Zach. You're always on our mind.
Thank you.
Anyway, go ahead.
I did a thing this weekend that was totally awesome.
What do you got?
I did the Gambler 500.
Ooh.
I guess I'll explain to those who don't know. Basically, it's a... I suppose we don't have a guest, so I have to fill a lot more than I thought I was going to have to.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Okay. Pressure. I got it. Okay. So the Gambler 500 is a 500-mile off-road rally excursion, basically. So you buy a $500 shit box, and you show up to the start line, you sign a waiver, you get some poker chips, and then you get a list of all the checkpoints. And there's about 15 or 20 per day, and it's 2 days event. And you go to each one, you get a photo of your car at that location, and then you move on to the next one. And these locations are all planned out a couple weeks in advance. So trail conditions do vary, granted because washout and trail and stuff, but
you know.
But I went to the spring one. If you guys remember me talking about that, it would have been 6 months ago or whatever.
Right.
And had an absolute blast. I just took my daily Subaru and had an absolute blast. This time I came a little bit more prepared. I borrowed the Ants Bronco I've been working on.
There you go.
Which
I mean, there's a little bit more to that ownership chain, but we'll just leave it at Ants.
Yeah, it's the easy way to explain it for sure. So I was definitely kind of prepared, but the Bronco had no four-wheel drive, which was a interesting addition to me.
Minor issue.
And I went with my buddy Tesla Will and his friend Tesla Jimbo.
Tesla Jimbo?
Yeah. His name's Jim, but I call him Jimbo because I forget him. And the weirdest part
I'm still shocked that there's a Tesla Jim.
Yeah,
he's
the parts
weird.
guy.
All right, that doesn't surprise me.
He looks and sounds exactly like Matt Dillonback.
Huh.
Yeah. It was super weird and super surprising. And then, when he started talking about guns, it was kind of like, is Matt here? It was funny, but cool. And then that was our group. But we met up at the start line super early in the morning, and we got on the road. And so there was probably about 50-ish cars that left the start line with us.
Yeah.
And then we watched maybe another 15 or so come up the mountain as we were going back down. So there was probably maybe 60 to 70-ish cars in total, varying all different things from, there were 3 limos that went. There was a Lincoln Town car.
Yeah, shout out to Nick Cooper.
Yep. And then it was actually Tyler. I told you his name.
I can't remember.
So Nick Cooper technically wasn't driving at this time.
But it was somebody else.
I can tell you in 2 seconds because his name is right. It was Michael Taylor.
Okay, Michael Taylor.
Yeah, he was currently in ownership of the vehicle at this time. And then there was
another one of the drifters.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Yeah,
super awesome. And it didn't click who he was. I knew somebody with that Cadillac was a drifter, but I couldn't remember who. And then it clicked, and I messaged him a couple hours after. Holy shit, that was you! Which I got some more stories about him in a little bit. But yeah, so we just hopped on the road. We started up in Mouth of Payson Canyon, and just head into the Uintas. And that's where our first, say, major incident happened.
Go on.
So I'm falling behind the Sentra, which is Jimbo's and Will's car.
Fucking Jimbo.
And Jimbo's driving, and we're at the first checkpoint, so the whole train of cars is either in front of us or behind us, or right in the middle. And so we're riding down this canyon road, and they start doing handbrake turns. And they're doing some pretty good ones, too, and I'm watching them and laughing. I'm like, hey, we should wait and do this a bit later so we can film it, because it's going to be hilarious to watch this Sentra do handbrake turns. And then Will chimes in over the radio, yeah, we should do it somewhere where it's a little bit flatter so we might not roll off the cliff. Fucking 300 feet later.
Cliff.
I get sideways, really sideways, realizes he's going too sideways, starts powering out to correct, but wasn't done correcting. So basically just ended up driving off the cliff because he wasn't done correcting. And the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life was watching one of my friends basically drive off a cliff.
Oh.
Luckily they didn't roll or anything. They basically just were on their side, maybe, 35-ish degrees sideways.
A decent amount of degrees.
Enough for gases.
And just barely off the road, mind you.
Yeah, a little. Yeah, they were probably about 2 feet down from the road. And the photos make it look way worse than it really is. It maybe only drops about 15 feet and then levels out for a good little ways, and there's some trees right there. So if he would have rolled, it would have been game over, man, but like it would have been a fucked up time for sure. So luckily we had a bunch of people come and help us out. We got it all strapped up. But the best part was after we were all pulled out, this dude walks over with some stickers like, "Hey, your recovery was sponsored by these guys."
Nice.
We were like, "What the fuck does that mean?" And they're like, "Well, they paid for the strap, so like they sponsored the recovery." I'm like, "Oh, that's lovely. Thank you." I don't know what happened with that video. It would have just been the Sentra just jumping through it.
Oh, well.
And so we keep going on with the day. We end up, what do you call that town? Goshen?
Goshen, yeah.
Yeah, Goshen. We end up on Goshen, where we hit some like railroad roads, which were absolutely treacherous. They were giant rocks everywhere. It was slow going. These little 2-wheel drive cars were just not having it at all. And then we meet who we're referring to as
Dude Bro.
Broham.
Dude Bro McBroski.
Yeah.
Dude, bro.
Just
bro.
Just think bullshit blonde surfer dude from SoCal with a Subaru.
You know, Dude Bro.
Yeah. So we get to this point where it's a road tunnel with a road going up over top, and then you loop back inside of it. Super awesome place. Totally cool. Shot some more photos there. And we see this Subaru basically in the mouth of the tunnel with the wheel off. We're like, "Oh, we wonder what happens." Walk up there, and he's like, "Hey, what's going on?" "Oh, I fucked up my car." And I can't do the accent or the bullshit like he does, but I'm like, "Oh, hey, like, what do you need? Like, we got tools I can help." I goes, "Oh, I'm fucking fine. We're good. I'm like, "Well, what happened?" So apparently he bent his control arm. So as you know, Super control arms basically just two pieces of pressed metal.
Yeah, they just
together.
fold.
Yeah, he folded it basically inwards.
Ow.
Yeah, he hit a rock at about 40.
That'll do it.
You need to mention Dude Bro's vehicle.
Oh, yeah, fuck, I forgot that too. Yeah, so he is driving a 2008 WRX.
Of course he is.
With Sawzall fenders and a worn winch strapped to the front of it. Poorly, I could say.
Of course.
And so we get back to him a little bit later, but basically he had his convoy, which was a Suburbalanche.
Suburbalanche.
So
was this a Suburban cut into an Avalanche?
Yes, poorly. But amazingly, like, I think top vehicle. It's in there. If you scroll down a little bit, it's in
You're
there.
like, it's good, but it's bad, but it's
Right
good.
there. You can see it kind of right there.
Oh, my God.
Yep. Suburbalanche. How you doing?
And you can see the Subaru right there all fucked up.
Huh,
Yeah.
Okay, then.
So I think it was technically a Tahoe, but it's all the same bullshit.
Who cares?
Doesn't matter.
So what he did was super cool was you can see if you click on the photo again, or the shit video, so the roof rack slides down those rails right there. And there's a winch.
Yeah, then you can load and unload.
Yeah.
God, that's
And
brilliant.
behind that is a set of rear-facing seats, which I think only have belt straps. So when the Subaru finally ate the shit, which I think they end up leaving it there until today, and they went back today to put new control arms on it, because I don't know where to find WRX control arms in the middle of Goshen on a Saturday and Sunday.
Well, to be fair, it's the same as an Impreza.
Yeah, but I don't know where you're finding a lower control arm for one of those.
In Goshen.
Probably the same as every Impreza.
Yeah. They were either having a junkyard that or dealership order for that.
Yeah.
So there are now 7-ish dudes, maybe nearing 8-ish dudes strapped in the Suburbalanche. And it's awesome to watch them because it's way overweighted. But yeah, so then we're now maybe an hour and a half past this, and we're traveling down this little narrow canyon road. Basically, you're not really getting up on either side of the road because it's just the road's cutting too deep, and it's just canyon. And so we're going down it, and I'm second in the lead. We're about ready to hit the turnout. The Sentra makes it out, and the Bronco blows a tire. Like, massive sidewall puncture. And I start screaming at the Sentra, like, keep going. So I wanted to get into the little turnout so we could get all the cars past us. But I lost it, and not being my car, I didn't want to drive on the rim. So I brought a spare. Didn't know if it was the right bolt pattern or what, but I just brought one.
Just grabbed a wheel. You're like, fuck it. This will do.
So we get the Sentra straight.
Made in Germany. Fuck.
You know anything in Germany that has a 5-on-5.5 bolt pattern? Because I'm lost right now.
So,
does that work out into metrics? I don't even know.
5-on-1, 12.25? Like, what the fuck?
It's actually 139.7.
Oh, there you go. So,
7 lug? The fuck?
fuck the 7.
Oh my god.
So
where did I even get this?
You get those F-150 7700 themes out of here right goddamn now.
So I got the tire on the back of the Bronco, and I realized the car's running on 33s. This is a 31.
Well, whatever.
I guess you're putting it on the front.
Yep, that's where it was. And so I didn't bring a jack because I wasn't told I needed to. Someone else was doing it. So they pull out the Harbor Freight bullshit 2-ton bottle jack.
Oh, God.
The guys who ended up just latching on to us in the 88, maybe an 86, I can't remember, Celica GT, bring out the scissor jack.
The Widowmaker.
Oh, my God,
And
yes.
I'm like, I guess so. And granted, now you gotta realize there's now 6 or 7 cars behind me stopped that can't move until I am moving.
Right.
So
So now it's a production.
yeah. And so most of the guys were pretty smart. They knew, like, hey, give this guy and his cronies some space. Like, getting 15 guys in there is not going to make this any easier. Then the Suburban Ranch shows up. The Suburban Ranch had somehow enough clearance to pop off the road and drive up on the canyon walls.
Oh, wow.
So he gets up to us, and the first guy hops out, super cool guy. He's a welder for Hell Center Theater.
Oh, okay.
But he's also very artsy for sure. He's got the sideways weird. Like,
Well, I mean, Hale Center.
Yeah.
And then since the last time we saw the Suburban Ranch, Brosif decided day drinking was his new profession.
As is the way of the bro.
And as he realized he was not going to be driving his vehicle anymore, that was what he was going to do. So he shows up. He's got more beer on him than I think he has inside of him.
Oh, you didn't tell him how he looked the first time you ran into him with the PBRs strapped to his chest.
Yeah. He has the.
He's like a bandolier of PBR.
Well, I've seen it before in like rafters and mountain bikers that they have like the chest plate that you can Velcro strap like bottles, and they Velcro strap the PBRs onto them.
Jesus.
So he gets out just shit faced. It's like 2:00 in the afternoon. He stumbles over to me and he goes, "Oh, I see what you done here. You done fucked up." And like, "Thank you, Brosef." And he goes, "Well, let me tell you how you gotta fix this." I'm like, "Oh, okay." "You gotta lower the car to the ground, and you gotta pull the lugs off." "Oh, thank you."
I've never changed a tire before. Usually my husband does this.
"Then you gotta lift it back up in the air, and then you gotta take the wheel off. And you put the new wheel on when it's in the air, and you lower it back down and torque those lug nuts back on." I'm like, "Thank you, buddy." As he's currently trying to pour beer on me, which I was not having. So
It would be weird if he wasn't.
yeah. So I pull out the 2.5 foot breaker bar and try to go ham on these, and they're not budging at all. So then Broham comes out he walks over and he goes, "I got the thing for you." Dave, you're gonna love this part.
Oh, boy.
"I got the thing for you." And I'm like, "Oh, what do you got?" Thinking he has like an M18 half inch.
Yeah, like some big boy tool.
Yeah. He pulls out the fucking Earthquake with the wrong battery on it from Harbor Freight.
Oh, my God.
Walks over and goes,
He's about ready to start a fucking Christmas tree style electrical fire is what's about to happen.
he walks over, he goes, "This thing's got 1,200 foot-pounds of breakaway force."
False, but okay. Go on, bro.
And so I take it and I try to yank the lug nut off. Nothing. Not my tool, so I don't give it the beans. No, you're using it all wrong. You're using it all wrong.
Doesn't seem like there are many beans to be given.
Pushes me aside, sits down, and there's just...
For those of you at home listening.
Yeah. It starts smoking.
Yeah? You don't say.
Doesn't fucking budge.
Huh.
So I tell him to give me the
Could have
pipe.
knocked me over with a feather.
I tell him to give me the pipe from the handyman wrench. Or handyman jack.
Right.
And I'm like, "Hey, I'm going to hold, you step. Are you ready for this?" We break them all off. Yeah.
Zach just wants to know if you're trying to get the pipe.
Yeah. It was an adventure for sure. But I'm trying to think, what other stories do I have?
I mean, I think that might be all right for now.
Yeah.
We do have...
But it was a good time.
We have a whole 37 minutes still.
We've got a couple letters.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, we've got I got to show you a couple videos. One adorable, one infuriatingly hilarious.
Oh, tender.
Yep. So, all right. So, thank you, Zach. We've got some correspondence. Here we go.
Let's see what this says here.
So, we've got remember we last week we kind of talked about maybe seeing your car at a junkyard. I didn't get to share my story. I've never seen one of my old cars in a junkyard.
Uh-huh.
But when I had Rhonda, the Supra, I found another 87 Targa turbo manual.
Red on red.
Yeah, everything the exact same, except somebody spray painted the stock wheels, but it was exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
And I helped two dudes in a purple Cressida pull the diff out of that car.
Ah, yes, I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, the R154 was still in there, so they got that.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah, so they got
Apparently
that.
It's junkyard gold now.
Yeah, they got that, and they're walking away, and I look into the car, and I'm like, "Do you guys not want the diff?" And they're like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Because it's a limited slip."
It's gonna bolt in your Cressy, bud.
Yeah, I'm just like, "You probably want this." And like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Yeah." Do you not want it? I already have one.
Right. I don't need this.
No, I have I have this, except not clapped out in a junkyard. Anyway,
I own this, but with straight body panels.
You know,
and a clutch that mostly works.
I own this, except with a title. Anyway, Jacob Bastian. So I didn't see either of these cars in the junkyards, but people immediately contacted me with pictures because they knew they were mine.
Oh boy.
So those who knew me back in the Drift Enterprise days, I was trying to build a turbo Fox body Mustang to drift. I was too young and not knowledgeable enough to complete the task and ended up selling the project.
Mm-hmm.
87 Fox notchback, 2.3 turbo coupe engine and trans.
Yep.
I couldn't figure out wiring and intercooler piping, so I gave up. About a month later, Ben Allred sent me a picture of the yellow Fox in a junkyard.
Oh,
yep.
That's terrible.
That is terrible. Oh my God, he sent us pictures.
Oh yeah, I remember that car.
Oof, that is indeed.
That was yellow and black.
It sure was.
Yep. Bumblebee's redneck boosted cousin.
Damn right. Let's see. Number 2 was recently. I saved and was driving a 91 EF9 hatchback. It was the turquoise blue and a factory SI car. The previous owner jacked it up, though. So after owning the car a couple months, I was being pulled over a lot. Final straw was a crazy incident with UHP on I-15. At that point, I said, fuck it, and sold it off quickly to buy my protege to Daily. Once again, a couple months later, talking with my new buddy Alex, who works at Terrapart in Ogden, was talking about this turquoise EF that came through, and it had Conjo number plate, but it was placed far back. I asked if it covered the gas cap, and he said, yep. Sad to find out it was crushed almost immediately.
Oh, sad face.
That sucks.
Yeah, but that is the car. He showed us some pictures of them, and they weren't complete rat piles, but...
No, but, definitely...
I think that's when I first met you, Jake, is with the Mustang. I think I recall speaking with you about that one.
Yep. And then this one I read when it came in from AJ Glossmacher. All this talk of 13Bs reminded me of my air-cooled RX-8. Back when I was living in Hawaii, I had an 04 RX-8. It was a piece. Anyway, long story short, I broke the hose from the radiator to the expansion tank. About 3 blocks from the shop, I lost all coolant. Drove it to the on-ramp, turn it on, run it through first to gain momentum, shut it off to coast, the light, repeat. I did 85 on the freeway all the way back to base, somehow managing not to weld the rotors together, and then parked it as is for 3 months and went to Yuma. I ended up selling it sight unseen for $2,750 with overheating issues to the dealership I bought my Challenger from.
Beautiful.
That's how you do it.
That's how you wheel and deal in the military.
It's shrewd negotiations.
I mean, here's the thing. Whoever bought that RX-8 probably didn't give a shit that the motor is blown because they were probably already assuming it was blown.
Yeah,
they already were going into it knowing they were going to have to put a motor in it.
Yeah, you never go into that just assuming it's going to work out, right?
That's fantastic.
Nope. Well, if you guys have any fun stories you want to share with us, mailbag at camautomag.com is the place to do it. We want to hear your stories. We want to see pictures of whatever.
You right.
Yeah, so go ahead and send it our way. We would appreciate seeing it because, we like hearing your stories as much as you guys like hearing our stories.
You're right.
Yep. Speaking of stories, so I told Zach came over a little bit early to help get this thing set up, and, he was there watching me cook the chicken.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to hear the gambler story ahead of time.
Yeah.
And then I shared with him what I did this weekend. So on Sunday, went up the canyon with Taryn and her dad and stepmom, and a couple of the stepmom's kids, and their kids, Because apparently Dad does Sloppy Joes up the canyon like once a year about this time of year.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds fancy.
Sort of. So first he said, we're going to do this up the canyon. He never said which canyon.
All right.
There are a lot of canyons.
Utah has more than one.
Exactly. And then he said, well, we're going to meet at the park and ride at the mouth of the canyon.
Okay, there's more than one of those.
Exactly. So finally it is revealed to us that it is Big Cottonwood.
Uh-huh.
So we meet there, and then, we slowly start making our way up the canyon. However, here's the thing. We don't know where we're going. Because apparently Dad and Stepmom, who plan out pretty much everything, are just shooting from the hip on this one.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So this is many things that I don't like. Poor communication in regards to where we are traveling to.
Uh-huh.
Yep. And me crawling up a canyon I know very well at a snail's pace. But yeah, that was another moment where I'm just like, man, like, the minivan is surprisingly capable. Like, you can, it'll hustle.
It's a Mazda 3 with a backpack.
Exactly. She'll move.
Indeed.
But I kept thinking, the entire time, I'm just like, man, imagine if this were in something fun.
I mean, I don't want to be doing a snail's pace in anything, be it a minivan or a Miata. I don't.
No, but it's like, I knew that going up was going to be a thing, but we were going to be there long enough that most of the people who were going to be coming down the canyon would have already come down.
Got it.
So I was like, yeah.
So you could hot shoot it on the way back down.
Damn fucking straight.
And boy, howdy, did you?
So we were behind one of the step siblings, and they were going at their own pace, which was rather slow. But the minivan was right there, just right on that ass through the S curve.
That's always the funnest, trying to keep the distance, but keep it the exact same. Has some little subtleties of joy to it.
Yeah, well, I ended up on their ass because I almost had a fucking Outback up my ass.
Looking at you, Gavin Phuket.
God, if it was Gavin.
Who are we kidding? He doesn't have an Outback anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah, it's a Fozzie.
Yep.
So don't look at me.
Nope. Not looking at you. No, it was a newer Outback.
Oh, yeah.
Man, you know what? All this talk of the Gambler really makes me want to try it out on my truck.
Yeah, there you go.
I would probably just go for the entertainment.
Well, speaking of entertainment, one more little quick thing about the run up the canyon.
Yes.
An FRS popped up behind me. And I'm just like, man, I feel really bad because we're holding him up. And then as soon as we got to any straight bit of road, I just left him.
Like you do.
So
because it's an FRS. That's the thing you can do.
Speaking of seeing cool cars up the canyon.
Yep.
So as we were coming back down Payson for the first time, Payson Canyon for the first time,
yep,
we saw it got stuck behind us, which didn't try to pass us, which was kind of weird. We kept giving them room to pass us, but never did. Was a bright orange. What's the newest gen Miata called?
ND
Miata.
An orange one. That's a rare bird
with an RF top, like the removable. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That orange was I think there's 1,500 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a special edition.
Yeah, that was a very special edition. Yeah. So that was a rare bird that you saw.
Yeah, no joke. It would almost have to be an enthusiast.
Yeah.
It was literally brighter than a Mike's.
Yeah, no, it's
it's
almost iridescent creamsicle.
Yeah,
they're great.
Yeah,
because we were coming down the canyon at 9 o'clock, so we're getting the sunrise on it and stuff.
Yeah.
It was a pretty ass car.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
nice.
something.
But no, back to what Dave was saying. I encourage everyone to come to the gamble. I guess there's a point I don't want this to become the Oregon Gambler where there's 1,500 people showing up and they have to run 6 different loops.
Sure.
But an extra 40, 50 people would just be a blast. It's a good time.
Yeah. I mean, I want to get out and I want to do some more wheeling. I've got a front axle with a locker that I need to throw in my truck. I want to put some better tires on it. And
the thing that I like more about it is just seeing parts of Utah that I would never go see.
Yeah, you're right.
I thought up until my first Gambler that I had explored most of the trails within a 60-mile radius of where I live. I have learned that there are better trails within an 80-mile radius, and there's thousands of them. I haven't even there's forks upon forks and forks I've never even seen before.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and the places too. But
Well, speaking of places and things and trucks, well, before we get there, CamAutoswag.com is where you go to support us in the form of buying our stuff.
You damn right.
It's where you go to get the official stuff, none of that bootleg shit.
Yeah, do that.
Yep. Anyway, CamAutoswag.com. So speaking of trucks and places and things, so did you know that in large parts of New York, large trucks cannot be?
I mean,
like
that does not surprise me in the slightest.
Yeah. Well,
because they don't fit.
Yeah. So here we are. Brooklyn, baby. There's a 53-foot... I mean, there's a tractor holding a 53-foot trailer just fucking up this Matrix XRS.
This little Toyota Matrix has just got its shit beat. It's totaled. I mean, this thing's totaled. Doesn't take much to
fucking
total it,
rocked.
Yep.
Ooh.
That's just a... Wow. This guy is just...
He is just fucking shit up left and right.
I feel bad for that driver. Like, holy hell.
I don't. He's a fucking idiot. What's he doing? Guy's about to get his ass beat by a bunch of New Yorkers, man. Like, you're just not smart, bud.
Yeah.
You're just not smart.
My girlfriend works...
He just knocked over a fucking fire hydrant. I'm like, that's
impressive. Like, yeah, my girlfriend works in trucking, and yeah, pretty much everybody hates going to, like, New York, New Jersey.
Well, anywhere on the East Coast. It was built before... It was standardized transport was a thing.
Yeah.
The 53-foot high cube containers, those didn't exist when these large shipping hubs on the East Coast were. Yeah, no,
they were designed and built for like getting things in and out a very specific way, and it was not this.
Right.
I mean, at least New York is laid out in a grid system. Boston is just like fucking ridiculous.
Right, exactly.
Boston's like Paris, except like far more hateful and angry.
Right, exactly.
And
this guy's obviously an idiot. He has no idea where he's going. He's tearing up the equipment. He's tearing up everything around him.
Yeah.
You know, this guy should not have a commercial driver's license is what I'm getting
I bet
at.
he lost it after this as well, too.
Oh, guaranteed. Especially with all this video footage of this and that company having to pay out damage on the truck, damage to the vehicles, damage to city property.
Yeah, like... This ain't... Yeah, so there...
What a dumbass.
So there is that. But on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, do you want to see something adorable and kind of horrifying?
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it, why not?
This electric smart car racing crash is both adorable and extremely intense.
Oh, boy.
Yep. So, yeah, there is legitimately...
Oh, God, even just the still frame right there. Just the beginning thumbnail here.
Yes, I believe this is in Italy or Spain somewhere. It is a smart 4.2 E-Cup race series.
Why?
Because
but also awesome?
Yeah.
I mean, this is... Yeah. Like, I'm okay with this.
Yeah, like...
I actually now have something I need to research because, I mean, you know, we're all still talking about trying to enter lemons with an electric car because we need to win that dump truck full of nickels.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
but like that's so this is very applicable. I need to see how they're running these. That's great. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So let's
see. But here we are. Here is.
All right. Oh, somebody got wadded up. Okay.
And then it just gets better from there.
All right. So they're just pushing each other around. They're just like, yeah, fuck both of you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, they're wrecked, so they might as well just go ahead and. Oh, look at that little burnout. That's adorable.
Aw, all them
That's
torques.
so cute. Okay, so he's going in deep. The guy cuts in on him, and boof. That's it. Okay.
Just pushes him.
All right. I mean,
this is apparently another incident.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well then.
Right?
And then, oh my God, this little thing is just roundy, 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 roundy.
It bounces so delightfully.
It's just, yeah, she bounced. She bounced a lot.
Yeah, like, these things are fucking hilarious. I mean, listeners out there, just imagine, like, you know what the Smart 4.2 is. That, like, the smart car.
Yeah.
Like, it's basically a cube with wheels.
Right.
You know, just imagine a bunch of them on a racetrack.
Well, the road rage is just hilarious because, like, they're adorable. Why are they mad?
I don't think, like... I'm not sure that's road rage. I'm pretty sure that's like just straight up incompetence.
No, I don't know. That one guy was just like, yeah, fuck you.
I mean,
And then they keep going.
yeah.
I'm surprised they aren't pit maneuvering each other.
Yeah, I mean,
They ended up pit maneuvering each other.
the 55
And that guy ended up rolling. That was the guy that was causing all the
Hold on.
aggression.
What's the other video? There's another video.
Clio Cup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not necessarily the same kind of funny.
But
So-
my
A
God,
little
those
more
are
depressing
adorable.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like it's fucking cute. Like that is just like the random like Forza or GT Sport like race that you have to do,
Right.
you know, and you're just like, this is gonna suck, and then suddenly that's all you want to do because it's just dumb fun.
Right.
Yeah,
I get you.
there we go.
Okay.
Yeah. How are we looking on time, Dave?
We got about 20 minutes.
All right.
Hey, guys.
That seems to be perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, this will do well.
All right, Zach, what
I bought something.
was it? A hooker? Clearly, I'm wrong, Dave. What's your guess?
I mean, you read me, bud. That's where I was going with it.
Was it by
Is
an
it,
8-ball?
It's definitely older than you, so I mean, hooker was, it fits the bill.
Yeah.
I just want to go back to our previous statement of what if you guys raced me?
It's tough to handle at the limit. So again, another check mark for hooker. I mean,
it's white.
Okay, it's still
So
hooker.
can we have check for
it's
for
white.
8-ball?
White and Japanese.
You have to
So I mean, like, where are we going here? She got a thick booty. Do she got a booty? Do she got a booty? She do. Oh, I can tell. She got some junk in that trunk, don't she?
Yeah,
Don't
there is.
she?
Yeah, there's some shit
Yeah,
in that
what's
trunk.
in that?
A bunch of taillights.
Yeah, she ain't got a motor in the back of her Honda.
Damn.
I need a minute.
No, you don't.
I bought a... Fuck, let me grab the research here because I don't even fucking know what I bought. I had to ask. I bought a 88 to 89. We don't know what year yet.
It's an 88.
88. MR2. SW11. AW11. I know. I'm still
There you go.
lingoing the learning.
It's all right. Well, congratulations, Zach.
Yeah, I have checked off 2 major boxes on my car ownership list: a mid-engine car and a 2-seater car.
Nice.
Because the
Everything else has had more than 2 seats.
I'm
More than 2 seats and more than 2 doors, with
Yeah.
the exception of your Ranger.
my Ranger had a bench seat, so I'm not calling it a 2-seater.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, and then my other Ranger had a jump seat.
Okay.
All right.
So
Congratulations, Zach.
Yeah, I'm
Fantastic.
super stoked. It needs a lot of work. It's can put somewhere between the Bronco. It'll either be done. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do it. It's gonna sit for a while, but
Well, whatever. It'll be a fun little project to get going on. All right. Well,
do we have more things?
I mean,
Yes,
we've got,
lots.
We've got plenty of stuff to talk about, Zach.
We asked you guys questions, but first, we're going to fill your head with a little bit of knowledge.
yeah,
Knowledge.
Yeah.
knowledge.
You know, you're back in school, you're a little tight on budget, but you still want to look good for the ladies
What
or for the
is
dudes.
ladies?
I'm not going to.
Or for
I don't
non-binary
know race
folk,
cars.
whatever.
Exactly. You know, whatever the reason, you might be a little short on cash and you still want to look good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the thing. Steady Broke Clothing's got your back. SteadyBroke.com. Check out their online store. They're also steady.broke on all the social medias.
Give them a follow. It's fun.
Exactly. They post all sorts of great stuff all the time.
Yeah.
So anywho, SteadyBroke.com, check out their catalog. They've got a lot of really good stuff. It's getting cold. It's going to be getting into fall and winter here, right?
Yep.
Pick up a sweatshirt. Pick up a long sleeve shirt, Get a hat.
Yeah. I mean,
Right, deck yourself up. Make yourself look nice. Make yourself comfortable.
make yourself look like $1 million.
Exactly, and you don't have to spend $1 million in the process because we've got your back on that one too.
Mm-hmm.
Put a whole bunch of stuff in your cart. It's already very affordable stuff, right?
Yeah.
But just to make it a little bit better, there's a coupon code box.
Oh, really?
Type in CamAuto15 in that box,
Yeah.
and get 15% off the entire order.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah, just because you're broke doesn't mean you can't live your dreams.
SteadyBroke.com.
Steady.broke on the social meets.
Well, there we go. All right. Well, in honor of our guest who was here on Tuesday, Spider, he just got back from New York because he flew there to get a tattoo.
Commitment.
I mean, that's not uncommon in the tattoo industry from what I'm told.
Yeah, no, and we know as enthusiasts that there are just some people, like, you want to get something done, you go to them.
There are some things, there are some people some places like there are a lot of things that you will have to travel for in life, especially if you are paying good money for it and you demand a specific result.
Yeah, like in some instances you can get the people to come to you, like Nakai-san from RWB comes to mind.
Right.
Or any F1 mechanic or McLaren F1.
I mean,
They fly to you.
I mean, you got to bring them in their compact 30-year-old laptop with them. Jesus.
Right.
But
anyway.
I remember like the early days of Rywire, he would come to you.
Yeah.
Build you a harness.
Yeah, that's right. He would.
Yeah.
And that was very uncommon. I think that he owes that to his success.
Yeah, he was.
Today.
But so we put it to you guys. Like, how far would you travel to have a specific person or shop perform work on your vehicle?
Right.
And we got some very fun and interesting responses. But before we get to that, let's go around the room.
You guys first.
Okay. I mean, Zach, do you?
I don't actually have an answer for this, because I'm a broke ass,
Yeah.
and I just do all the work myself. There's something I can't do. I know people, I surround people who can do it. So it took me a while to find a remotely okay answer for this. I ended up with have you guys seen that story of that guy who took his was it S500 to Japan, had them do the exhaust on it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm picking up what you're putting down now. Yeah, it was the
The
V12 Mercedes.
Basically, he put some special, awesome, cool exhaust on it.
Yeah, like these custom headers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And holy shit, does it sound good. I guess I would do that if I had a V12 McLaren Mercedes from that era. I don't know.
right.
I don't have a great answer for this. Should I answer the second question?
We'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
We want to give this the first, and then we'll get to the second. The Shenanigans
So
bonus
I guess
question.
as far as to give you a real answer, I will travel about 10 minutes north to my shop to do any of any work on my vehicles.
Well, there you go.
Sorry, that's not what you wanted to hear.
No, but it's an answer. We'll take it. All right.
You got something, dear leader?
Yeah. So I mean, like I know there are plenty of. Well, I know for a fact, friend of the program, Sally McNulty, her car, formerly Project Daily, used to be a daily driven STI, no longer really that.
Definitely a far cry from daily driven STI.
Yeah, that thing has gone from Arizona to IAG back east.
Right.
So, that is... I mean, I'm not saying I would, do something the same if I had a Subaru, because I'd probably, there are plenty of local dudes who can do that.
I mean, it is
go,
a bit of a saturated market here.
Yeah, and, but I mean, probably the furthest I would take a car would be to someplace like Texas,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that I can't, or, no, maybe...
Oh, now see, now the wheels are turning. Now you're thinking about it.
Yeah, now I'm thinking a little bit more about it. Now,
Okay.
Like Chicago. Like that
All
is
right.
as far as I would drag a car to have someone specifically do something to it.
And I mean, that's about 2,000 miles from here. So
Yeah, it's like 2,100.
yeah, that's a long haul.
That she is.
So okay, guys, here's a bucket list thing for me, right? Okay. If I were to ever become independently wealthy, or at least able to afford this particular project in any actual, tangible grasp here, I want to build a project car on every continent.
Ooh. All right.
I want to do something specific to what that continent offers, or what that specific, window of countries has to offer as far as like racing or the terrain or something like that, right? I want to have a project. I want to build a project vehicle and make it like a little YouTube series or something, right?
Yeah.
And then go enjoy it, and do what it's meant to do. I want to do that on every continent. I mean, that's one of those like cost no option, like, I have fuck you money.
You got an Amazon budget.
Exactly, right. So, if I had Jeff Bezos money, I would probably be doing that, right? I don't. So,
Yeah, well,
but I mean, if I still even had, a couple $100,000, right?
Yeah, you could.
Say I hit it really big on an Idaho scratch off or something like that.
There you
right?
go.
I got a couple $100,000 in my pocket, right?
Yeah.
Say I wanted to build some mental streetcar, right? Like flashlight, 8th mile drag type shit, right? Something like that, right?
Yeah.
You guys know, I've told you before, my girlfriend is really good friends with a lot of guys that are on the show Street Outlaws, right? I would be going to what I consider the heart of 8th mile street racing in America, and I would be going to Kansas. I'd be going to either Oklahoma City or Kansas City. I mean, you got to think they're within a few hours of each other, and that's really, that whole area is really kind of a hub for that kind of thing, right? Take it to like Midwest streetcars or something. It's where that's the 405 in OKC, man. That's where they got like I think the Cuddies from there, and you got like Murder Nova and shit like that, right? That's probably something I would do. I would go from here to the Midwest.
Okay.
If I was a Supra fanatic or something like that, I would probably be going to Miami.
Yeah, go down.
There's
Titan.
yeah, exactly. Titan's down there in Florida. Be doing something like that. I'm really trying to think of if there's any other place. I mean, for the stuff that I own, the stuff that I personally own and I'm working on and modifying, I probably wouldn't go much further than Vegas.
Yeah,
because I feel like all the fabrication or parts needs that I have are pretty well covered right here in the Mountain West area.
Yeah, I mean, like, realistically, for like some of the projects that I have in mind, I don't really need to leave the valley.
Right,
know?
Sure. I mean, okay, you know what? I guess I would stretch it as far as Washington.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great fabricators up there in the Seattle, Tacoma area. There's a lot of Euro-specific shops up there in like Washington and Oregon, and I have Volvos.
Yeah.
Those are my main focus points. I have a whole bunch of other random shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, I have those 2 Volvos that I intend to keep for quite some time. So
head up to Oregon, see the IPD folks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I believe R Sport was up there.
I think so. Yeah.
And there's a couple other companies that build, more bespoke components.
No.
That are up in that area. There's a couple on the East Coast. I think there's one guy in Maine or Maryland that builds Volvo parts, but that's one of those things where the car doesn't need to be there for that. They're really, for most things, the car doesn't need to be there for that. But like if I was doing something like a crazy cage, I know there's a couple of highly recommended certified cage builders in Vegas.
Oh yeah.
So I think was it Josh Minson just got his new drag car cage down in Vegas. So it's full certified everything. So nice. And so that's basically what I'm thinking of, is anything that I cannot accomplish myself, right?
Oh, yeah,
I mean, there are a lot of competent engine builders just in the Salt Lake Valley.
Oh yeah.
I would probably travel as far as, Orem or Provo. I do know a few people at a couple of machine shops down there that I trust pretty well. So
oh yeah.
That's that's my thing. I'll probably go as far as the Pacific Northwest, or as far, as the Midwest, like Kansas City, Oklahoma City, that kind of thing. But I wouldn't stretch too much further unless I was really in a niche.
Nice.
So,
well, all right then. And then the bonus question for the Shenanigans members was, how far would you drive to get your favorite food? And I'm not going to lie. I will go ahead and just pack up everybody. We will drive to the Chicagoland area and we will hit up a Portillo's. I know there are closer ones.
But no, you have to have it in Chicago.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's the most important goddamn thing.
Okay. No, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I appreciate that.
Just need to be there with some fat dudes named Dave and Earl just doing the lean.
You got your Dave right here. I'm
Exactly.
fat. Let's make this happen.
Done and done.
Obviously I would go back to my home state of Texas for Whataburger.
All right.
Fight me. I don't give a shit. In-N-Out sucks. Whataburger is better. I don't care how many mice they have to deep fry. Whataburger is better. All right. That said, I would drive to Louisiana for some legit good old food.
There we go.
All of the, some gumbo or some jambalaya. I need to have that from the heartland.
There is an episode of, I think it is No Reservations, Anthony Bourdain's show.
Oh, yeah.
Rip. He goes to Louisiana and explores some of the Cajun food.
Oh yeah, the stuff that
well, it's they have this thing where they cook turkey wings, and they cook them till they're done.
Right.
And they cook them till they're overdone.
Right.
and then they just kind of keep on cooking them. And it's like a fat guy, where suddenly, like, pants you couldn't fit into start fitting. And it's not because, like, they're on your waist, they're under, your gut.
Sure.
That's kind of like how these wings are. Like, they suddenly, like, a new life springs up in them after they have, like, had the living shit cooked out of them.
So it's definitely some Rising of the Phoenix type shit.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's shit like that. Yeah, it's a good episode. I think all that stuff's on Netflix, so...
I'm going to have to check it out.
Go ahead and find that one.
Because I really like a lot of Cajun-styled foods.
Yeah.
I'm not huge on, like, the crawdad stuff. I'm not really crazy about, like... just like pulling it out of the water, throwing it in the pan, and then eating it, right? Tearing it apart by hand and eating it. But I do like gumbos and jambalayas and some more of that street food.
Yeah.
That's a little bit more palatable visually.
I want to eat my weight in beignets.
Exactly.
All right, Zach?
365 miles.
Okay.
Which direction?
North.
Where?
Reed's Dairy.
Okay.
The best goddamn ice cream
Is
on
that
this fucking continent.
365 miles from here?
Puts you about...
That's Boise?
Nope, that puts you about...
Oh, you're going north.
Yep, that puts...
And slightly east.
Yeah.
Okay.
That puts you about 600 feet from the Idaho Falls Airport.
Got it.
Okay. Well, there we go.
You had to
Best-
Google Map that, didn't you?
No, I used to travel to Idaho Falls for family stuff
Right.
about once a weekend.
Okay.
So,
He's got that just locked
Put
in.
some miles on that. Got it.
my grandparents used to live just down the street from them.
Okay.
Nice.
I'd walk
Nice.
there as a kid, and they... It sounds gross, but trust me, potato flakes in the ice cream.
I can see that working.
It adds structural integrity, so it doesn't melt as fast.
Okay.
You don't taste the potato flakes, but just adds richness.
Like, it adds something because, like, all that starch in there, like, it plays with the milk solids and everything.
And it, like I said, like
What does it do to texture?
makes it just harder. So
Okay.
instead of like it melting instantly as soon as you put it in a cup, you get some more playtime with it. Like
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
and also that's some damn good waffle cones.
Okay.
I'm down for a good waffle cone.
I'm not going to hate that.
No, I like that.
I'll give that a try
Yeah.
in the future.
All right. And then
So we asked all of you,
we asked the patrons the food thing. The Shenaniganers.
right?
Shenaniganers.
Shenaniganites.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We asked them the food question, but we asked everybody the how far you would take your car to get work done.
Right.
Let's start off in the Shenanigans group.
Brandon Kuhn. Depends on the car and the work, but I would drive as far as Las Vegas to have specialty stuff done and feel fine about it. As for food, I once flew to Twin Falls, Idaho for a sandwich, and I'd drive to Green River, 3 hours each way, for a game of golf and a Ray's burger. Okay.
All
that's
right.
fair.
May have to, when I go visit the brother, I have to stop because I have to go through Green River.
I think he's talking about Green River, Wyoming.
Damn it. Well, whatever.
Still.
Anyway, Sam Babler. Currently, I don't have anything special that I need anyone special to work on, so I drive about 15 minutes to get our little local shop. Food is a different story. I've driven from Atlanta to Birmingham to get a Whataburger.
Yeah, damn right.
Although I did also visit my brother in Birmingham. 2 birds with one stone.
That's okay. Beham is great by itself.
I've driven about 80 miles south to get to the town of West Texas to eat colashes, then turn around and drive back.
Okay, all right.
Kolash is a delightful thing if you have not experienced it. I highly suggest you do.
It's true.
You're living in Salt Lake. Harushka's Kolash is in Sugar House.
Yep, there it is.
Like 21st and 9th.
Yep. Perfect. All right, Jake Bastian. So I have Courtney Green tuning my Integra, and I wouldn't let anyone else touch my car.
As you should.
So if it meant traveling out of state, I would. Luckily for me, though, he's in Taylorsville. Food-wise, me and my wife are about ready to head to L.A. for some Yoshinoya, and I feel it's totally worth it.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Let's see, Chirp. Texas to see Chuck for any LSLT needs that I cannot accomplish. And I've driven to Ohio a few times for Skyline Chili.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Which I have complicated feelings about that.
Okay. All right.
And Brandon Kuhn feels the same way. Skyline is neither chili nor good.
Oh, boy.
He's going to punch us in the face when he sees us.
That's
going to
okay.
be out of love.
Trent Bray, the
Yep.
shadowy billionaire himself.
Feel better, bud.
Yep. I drove to Orange, California to get my S2000 painted, and while down there, picked up some parts from JDM Honda Parts Warehouse in Compton. Also, I drove 4 hours each way to get in and out before it came to Salt Lake City. The sole purpose of the trip was the food.
That is none of what he said there is an exaggeration, because me and him went to California in the S2000. We went to the place where he got it painted. It was a place called Mobworks. Yep. We each got T-shirts. We each got a license plate frame, which I swear to God I still have that license plate frame kicking around. And the driving to just get in and out thing, that is 1,000% true.
Huh.
That is...
Yeah, whatever.
Yep. Anyway, Jackson Henderson.
Oh, boy.
I'll put it in the sense of my 300ZX because it's a car I'd like to get work done on and done correctly. For me, Z1 in Georgia would be within reason. My Honda, going to stay in the garage for any work that needs to be done. As for food, really thinking about driving down to Vegas to get Raising Cane's chicken. Just a cannonball Friday night, get chicken, sleep, get chicken, Vegas, chicken again, and then come home.
Huh.
Fair enough.
All right.
Isn't that your sister's Honda?
Damn. Brandon McConkey with the most baller answer.
Okay, here we go.
Just dunking on the rest of us.
I'd trailer something a few hundred miles, and after that I'd just have it shipped. I wouldn't drive too far for food, but we sometimes fly to San Francisco for this little breakfast place. We'll fly in, eat breakfast, find something to do, go to sleep, eat breakfast again, then fly home. I mean, he is our international man of mystery,
Yep.
so I expected something like that.
Just his fucking life, man.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Then
Okay, all right.
Go to the cam page. Come on.
Cam proper.
Live.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
Come to me.
Live, God damn it.
Yes, exactly.
Breathe
Here
life.
we go.
Breathe life into this.
Indeed.
So
4 comments. Let's check it out.
4 comments.
All right. Yeah, let's see what we got here.
All
right. You want to start us off with Chris Miller?
Yeah, Chris Miller. Depends on the service. Say 25% of the cost is how far I will drive. $400 tune, I would go 100 miles. $1,500 motor swap, I'd go a bit further. Unless there is a specific person that is known to be the guy for the work you are doing, then trailer that thing up and take a family vacation.
Okay, fair enough.
I like that logic, and I also like the idea of going to, fucking Lubbock with the family just because the dude is there.
I mean, you go to where you need your stuff done.
And drag the family with you.
I mean, why not, right?
Declare it a vacation.
Stop in New Braunfels. Check out Buc-ee's.
There you go.
All right, Scotty Michael Chamberlain. For what it's worth, I get guys coming through that live anywhere from Payson and Logan to come get dialed in on their alignments here in Layton. Mm-hmm. And it's right. I mean, he does good work.
Yeah. And then Brandon Jacobson. Depends on what's being done. I'd drive to Vegas for Jay-Z swap to get done by Get Nuts Lab. I'd drive to Cali to get a Kibitech pre-runner kit.
Yes.
Basic things, though, probably 2 hours.
Yeah, I'd have Kibby build me a pre-runner.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Then I got a very special one.
Oh,
Here
did you?
From Casey Barrett.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, friend of the program, guest on the show.
Such an amazing man.
Yep, here's his answer. Wherever I am, thank goodness I have my own shop now. I really don't know who I would go to if I didn't have myself.
Shameless plug.
Yep.
Shameless plug. By the way, guys, if you do want to help out a guy he's a racer, he's an enthusiast,
he's a
great mechanic.
He is a good all-around dude and has been since the day I met him.
Casey is a great guy in general, and he's good at everything.
Yeah.
He's especially handy with a wrench. And if you guys need anything and you want to reach out, you want to support a guy who's starting his stuff up, reach out to Casey.
Yep,
see what he can do for you.
Yep, Sedep Automotive on Facebook, SEDEP.
That's it.
Yep.
Check him out, guys.
It is good stuff.
He does all kind of stuff.
Yep, just find them. Yeah, I mean that's all the information that you need. They've got all sorts of stuff. He'll do GTR stuff, suspension stuff, alignment. Like, he is a jack of all trades. He will do whatever it is you need done.
Yeah, I know he has a lot of experience with R35 GTRs.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of experience in Spec Zs as well.
Yep.
So check him out, guys.
Yeah. So there we go.
All right. Did we have any other stuff that was anywhere else? Or
nope.
Okay.
So there we go.
Right, it was pretty limited, but it was good quality.
It was good stuff
for what it was. We learned a little bit about some people.
Yep. Learned a little bit about ourselves.
Indeed.
Yep. So, guys, thank you for giving us some answers. They were good answers. We like them. If you have an answer that didn't get on here, or you want to expand upon yours, or if you're Chirp and you just want to tell us how wrong we are and you don't want to just yell at us in the group chat,
I mean, that's okay, too.
whatever, it works. Mailbag at camautomag.com is where you send your long-form correspondence.
Or short form, doesn't really matter.
Whatever.
You can hit us up at mailbag at camautomag.com or camautomag on all of the social medias.
Yep.
If you guys have a question,
Yeah.
if you guys have an idea that popped into your head and you just like a little bit of input, right?
Yeah.
We'll take all kinds of user correspondence,
Yeah.
right? So hit us with your stuff. We'll hit you back with what we think. We'll ask all of you
Yeah.
about that same thing.
Yeah.
So check it out. Give us a little bit of content. We'll help you out.
There we go.
That's it, guys.
That's it.
Of course, support us.
Oh,
We're
yes.
at camautoswag.com.
Mm-hmm.
Buy all of our goods.
Yep.
It's getting cold out there. Buy a beanie at the very least. Buy a bag.
Exactly.
A sweatshirt maybe, right? And then change it up a little bit. Go to steadybroke.com and get you some other good-looking threads, right?
Oh, yeah.
And save a couple of bucks while doing it. Remember, CamAuto15 is the coupon code there. Just because you're broke doesn't mean you can't live your dreams. Steadybroke.com, steady.broke on the social meets.
Yep. And if you want to keep this train rolling, if you want to see this here audio medium become a visual medium.
Yeah, we're real close to doing it, guys.
Yep. Support us on Patreon, patreon.com/camautomag. That is where you go to support us directly.
That's it. You can do any dollar amount from $1 to $15,000.
Yep.
The best bang for your buck starts at the $5 mark.
Yep. $5 gets you access to the Shenanigans Facebook group, which is super secret.
Indeed.
You get podcasts a little bit early there. If you are a patron, $5 or more, you actually get the Thursday episodes on Wednesday.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, it's worth it, guys. Trust me.
Yeah.
And once we hit that $200 a month mark,
Yep.
you're going to be seeing it.
Yes, you will be seeing. It's basically going to be just a raw feed of this ridiculousness.
And I feel like that is going to be amazing.
It's going to be something.
I've wanted to do this for a while, and we're going to tease the general public with it. We might give you a little nugget, one of the episodes every month or so.
Yeah, we'll give you a little bit.
But here's the thing. You'll get all of our episodes as we are recording them if you are a patron.
Yeah, you get to see Zach's weird dabbing.
Yeah, exactly. So, guys, we record these on Monday nights.
Yeah, you get to see us eat.
You don't have to wait till Thursday to get the fun episode. You can saddle up. We start this, at 7 o'clock-ish?
Something like that.
I mean, we're probably going to have to get a little bit more of a rigid schedule once we start streaming this. But
yeah, we might.
That's beside the point.
We may have to have a chat about some of this.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. Anywho. Yeah, guys, we're giving out to you because you've given to us.
Yeah.
Let's make this all happy, copacetic.
There we go. And, one real quick thing. The three of us also do another podcast called Nerding for Beginners. We do nerdy shit. We're playing a D&D campaign. We're going to get into some other stuff. Talk about games, movies, just general nerdy shit.
Yeah.
Nerdy shit.
Yep.
Definitely need to get a little bit more into the nerd side.
Yeah, we're working on that.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. I mean, hey, I've got magic cards.
Yeah.
My girl has brought me into the world of D&D. She's far more experienced at it than I am.
Oh,
I
yeah.
will say.
Yep. I mean, we've got...
Mike and I are pretty much the greenhorns here.
Yeah.
Everybody else has had a little bit of playtime.
Yeah.
So,
But I mean, I've got some other tabletop games we can break out. Specifically, my OG-ass copy of BattleTech over there.
oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Holy shit, yes.
I got a hard-on for giant fucking robots, hence
Perfect.
the BattleTech, the Gunpla,
Love it.
the whole, run of SDF Macross.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Complete in Japanese. Yeah, so I mean, it's a place where we talk about nerdy stuff. I know some of you guys are into that. So, we are at Nerding for Beginners on Facebook and Instagram, and just search for Nerding for Beginners wherever you get your podcasts.
That's it, guys.
And while you're there looking for those, search for Camcast, Apple
Yep.
Podcast, Spotify, Google Play, rate, review, subscribe. Guys, we will be back next week
Yes.
with more of whatever.
Yeah.
We'll just kind of see where it takes us.
I mean, we're going to see what happens with the news.
Yup.
We'll see what happens if you guys give us some great ideas. Otherwise, we're going to come up with some great ones ourselves.
oh, yes.
Regardless, it's going to be something to tune into.
Mm-hmm. So for episode 230 of the Camcast, I've been Mike.
I've been Daddy Rads.
And I've been Zach.
There we go. Bye-bye,
Boom,
folks.
baby. Yeah, I keep telling everybody else that to get dash cams, I really need to get one. I got ran off the road last Friday by a semi.
Jesus.
Like I was full up, like on the dirt, 70 miles an hour.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was great.